Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I am going to do something a little bit unorthodox, and that is I'm going to showcase something that I've been working on a little bit, and you might be able to tell what that is based off of what's in my inventory and this building up behind me, and also talk about an item that I think that you might be overlooking. And if you aren't, cool. I mean, it's been around for a while, but this is something that I think is crucial when it comes to survival world building. So the first thing that I wanted to showcase here is the fact that, yes, this is a creative test world that I have cheats enabled into, and you'll notice that I'm on survival currently because, well, I've been practicing a little bit of this. And that is a very stressful technique that took me probably a couple of hours to grind out and get consistent at. I'm still not 100% on it, but I'm far, far better at doing it before than I was. But I'm far, far better at doing it now than I ever was doing it before. But let's move on to the main theme of today's video. And that has to do with these two things over here. Now, these things have been around for a while. Of course, this crafting table has been around since, Minecraft was ever around, but the Stonecutter came a little bit afterwards. And in a lot of ways, the Stonecutter is a lot more convenient. If you are not using a Stonecutter in your survival world building, stop it and learn how to use it now. It's very simple, it's very intuitive, and there's one large benefit that you get from using the Stonecutter in comparison to the crafting table. Well, there are actually two, and that's what we're going to look at right now. So you'll see here that I have a bunch of stone in my inventory, and let me just get a let me get a copy of that put together so we can run this test in a controlled environment. There. Now we have one stack of stone over here and one stack of stone over here. And when you're over here at the crafting table, you can do a lot of really cool things with stone. You can make buttons, and that's one thing that's advantageous to making or using a crafting table is you can get buttons out of that, which is nice. Of course, you don't need a crafting table to get buttons because you can just get that out of using it on your hotbar. You can also get fun little things like slabs, 3 of them, make 6 slabs. That's pretty standard. You can make pressure plates. That's with 2 of them. That's another thing that's unique to your player crafting inventory and to the crafting bench inventory. So you can get those. And something important to note here is a slab is essentially cutting a block in half. So you put in 3, you get out 6. That makes sense, and that's important, so remember that. You can also do things like this, where you can make yourself a set of stone bricks. And that works fairly well and is quite useful for a lot of different things. You can also make yourself some, well, with those stone bricks, I guess I should say, you can make yourself stone walls. So let's go ahead and do that. Yep, stone brick walls, just like that. And the last thing that's important to note here is you can make stairs, which is great. I mean, stone stairs, they're very useful for things. But notice this, and this is something that took me a minute to figure out. You have 6 stone going into this, right? 6 of them. You're getting 4 stairs back. And to me, that just seems a bit wrong. So let's go ahead and do that over here. And these are pretty finite numbers of things that you can make stone out of. I mean, the only other thing that we haven't really showcased is the fact that you can make stone brick slabs, but that's about the same thing that you have there. And with that, we have expended half a stack of our stone to get ourselves a button, a pressure plate, 6 stone slabs, 6 stone brick slabs, 5 stone bricks, some of which are left over from making the slabs. We had to make 12 stone brick walls. There was no other way to get any other number of that. And then 4 stone brick stairs, which we're honestly getting a little bit cheated on. So that's the crafting table. Now let's look over here at our Stonecutter. And the Stonecutter is quite nice because it allows for a lot of different things. Excuse me for a moment, this guy's got to go. All right, that's much better. Now that we're back here, the Stonecutter is a lot more important for a lot of these blocks, with the exception of the button and the pressure plate, is you cannot make these two items from a Stonecutter. That being said, you also don't need a crafting table to make these two items because you can make them in your player inventory crafting area right here. But why is the Stonecutter superior? Well, that's because it gives you access to everything that we've just made over here with two notable differences. The first is, of course, you can get yourself some chiseled stone bricks from the Stonecutter. And that's really nice because there's not a way, at least as far as I'm aware of, to make this block out of a crafting bench. You can also make yourself some stone brick slabs. And look, yes, you get them in multiples of 2, but you only consume 1 brick, which is awesome because now you can make essentially exactly what you need to. Stone brick walls, 1 block, 1 wall. Over here, we were required to make 12. There was no alternative option. But here, we can make 1, or we can make an exact count of however many we need. Same thing with our stone bricks. We can make 1 at a time instead of being mandatorily required to make 4 at any given time. Stone slabs, that's the same as our stone brick slabs or any other slabs. But the biggest thing, we didn't make stone brick stairs, and that's because if you're making stone brick stairs using this method, you're doing it wrong. And here's why. Using the Stonecutter, any type of stair that you have, you can consume 1 block to get 1 stair. Now remember that, 1 block to get 1 stair. You remember over here at the crafting table, we had to fill out our inventory or our crafting area like this, and we got a loss of 2. We put in 6 blocks and we only got 4 stairs back. Now that doesn't seem like the overly smart thing to do if you ask me, because you can just come over here to your Stonecutter and you can get stairs in a 1-to-1 exchange ratio and however you want. And that's the real benefit to using a Stonecutter, is you can have just 1, or in the case of slabs, 2 of whatever's listed here in this inventory. And you can do this with any type of stone, and even some of the newer types of blocks that came out of the nether. You can't really do it with netherrack, but you can smelt netherrack down into bricks and then combine the bricks into blocks, and you can use those blocks here in the Stonecutter. So there's a lot of benefits that come from the Stonecutter in terms of being more precise with the instruments that you're putting in, the rewards that you're getting back out. Whereas with the crafting table, you are required or obligated to get a certain amount of any given item out of the crafting bench, with the notable exception of, yes, you can craft stone pressure plates and stone buttons, but again, you can do that right here in your offhand. Here, I'll show you again. Look, I can make another button right there if I wanted to, but I don't. So that is where these two items are, well, different, and I vastly prefer the Stonecutter when and wherever I can use it. But that is what I had in mind for today's video, so hopefully you learned something new about the Stonecutter and how you can use it to your best advantage. Of course, it's kind of a moot point if you're using a creative world primarily, because if you're doing just a creative build, you can basically do whatever you want and stock the items that you want in your inventory. But when it comes to survival building, always have a Stonecutter on hand. It will save you a load of trouble. Crafting benches are always nice too. You're going to want to have those on hand. But when it comes to crafting up specific blocks for your build, this Stonecutter is going to be your best friend. So thanks again for watching. And if you haven't already, drop a like on the video if you found it helpful, as that greatly helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe for more daily content, because we have videos coming to you every day from many different games. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.